What's up, you guys? Scott here. So I get asked this question a lot, which is, Scott, what is like a content hack? How can I get hacks for Facebook Lives, Instagram Lives, and essentially, how do I create content? How do I get inspiration for my content? What exactly should I be talking about? So in this video, guys, I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag here. I'm going to show you the one content hack for Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube that I rely on. If there was just one thing I could rely on in my entire company, it would be this thing right here. And it's actually what we teach all of our 100K in therapy maximizer students to do. So I'm really giving you guys an insight into some cool social media hacks here. But essentially this video is going to be based around how do I find unlimited content for my Facebook Lives, my Instagram Lives, and essentially how can I turn that content into high paying coaching and therapy clients. That's what I've got for you for today, guys. So let's go. All right, so here's what I like to do. So obviously, being that we are using YouTube to find inspiration and content for your Facebook Lives or Instagram Lives, for LinkedIn, and guys, really any content. This same process I use to create videos, I actually use to create all my posts and all my content for my entire coaching company. So make sure you've logged into YouTube. Very, very simple. The only thing you have to define is your niche. That's the only thing we need, because we're going to basically ask YouTube to find ideas for our content. So you do need a niche. So my background, as a lot of you guys know, was I was a hypnotherapist helping people quit smoking. So my niche was quitting smoking. Okay. If I was teaching coaching or teaching hypnotherapy or coaching would be my niche. I learned to become a coach or a hypnotherapist. Now you could be an entrepreneur. You could be selling online paintings, whatever it is. You want to use YouTube as a way to find the best content. Why? Because why do people come to YouTube? Why are people on places like Google? It's usually to find an answer to their most common questions. And 9 times out of 10, I don't know about you guys, but I do this basically every time. 9 times out of 10, people are going to go into Google, ask a simple question like, how do I quit smoking? How do I overcome anxiety? How do I pass my learner's test, whatever it is? And they'll more than likely end up on a place like YouTube, because YouTube they can access videos with people just like yourself and just like me answering the most common questions. So guys, as I mentioned before, when it comes to your social media, regardless whether you're a coach or a therapist, online business, anytime you're asking yourself, I wonder what my Facebook Live should be about, I wonder what my Instagram Live should be about, you're asking the wrong person. Don't ask yourself. Come over to YouTube and ask YouTube what you should create, because it's going to gather data from millions and millions, if not billions of searches from your potential clients who are coming to places like YouTube to get their questions answered. And it's people like you that are going to create those answers. That's all we're really doing. So make sure you're logged into YouTube, come over to the search bar, and I'm going to type in a niche. Let's put in stop smoking. Okay, if I can spell today, stop smoking. Okay, now already YouTube has already presented to me some ideas that could be inspiration for my niche. Now I might have to play around with some of these titles, but as you can see here, I could come down here. This is just putting stop smoking, whatever niche it is, anxiety, putting together a table, whatever it is, you want to be getting ideas from here. So if I come down here, so stop smoking, hypnosis while you sleep, cigarettes. So there's probably nothing here I could really use, but this is not the place where I'm going to find it. What I do want to do, put in stop smoking, press enter, and bang. This is all I do when it comes to content. This very video I'm creating for you guys right now, I found on YouTube, and it's a common question I get asked all the time. So why not make a video about it? So all I'm going to do is come down here. Now, I don't look at views. I don't care how long the video's been up on YouTube for. I don't care about how big the account is, the person that made the video. I don't care about any of that. I will literally get a notepad and pen, typed in stop smoking, and I'm in incognito mode, so it's not going to give me, it's not going to show me videos off of past research. This is fresh, and this is YouTube telling me these are the popular videos that are showing up for that keyword, for that niche. If someone types in the search bar, how do I stop smoking? These are the videos that are going to come up, and we can play around and get more concise with this title, but I want to show you, in being generic, this still works. So here I go. What happens when you stop smoking? There's a YouTube video. There's a Facebook Live. There's an Instagram Live. There is your first piece of content. Write it down. Second piece of content. What is the single best thing you can do to quit smoking? Write it down. Stop smoking. Why is it so hard? It's a great title. It could be a great Facebook Live. Now, obviously, as a coach, as a therapist, as a business owner, someone who has a service or a product, you want to obviously relate this title back to what you do. So it could be relating your services back to being a coach, the therapist, whatever it is. But all I'm giving you guys right now, you have to do a bit of thinking here. I'm giving you some inspiration for your titles. You're not having to think about what to create. These are the videos your potential clients are looking for. This is the best way to quit smoking. How do I quit smoking? What happens to your body when you quit smoking? Within the first couple of minutes, we've probably got a whole week's worth of content. Now, to make this even better, we can come up here. Let's put in stop smoking, which we've got, and let's play around this title. How do I stop smoking? Okay, so this gives me some ideas right here. So how do I stop smoking cigarettes? How do I stop smoking ASAP? Beautiful. How do I stop smoking cravings? Fantastic. How do I stop smoking cold turkey? How do I stop smoking? Oh, that's probably not good for us. But anyway, so I've got 1, 2, 3 titles just from that. Now let's press enter. What videos show up? And you'll see the common types of videos showing up. How do I quit tobacco smoking? 7 ways to get past nicotine cravings. Now, I never thought about putting cigarettes as in nicotine. So already I'm getting this inspiration. I don't even work with these clients anymore. But you see how easy this is. And you just come down here, guys, and just look for titles that capture your attention. And what's funny is the content that we create that has the best conversions ends up being the most, for lack of better words, boring, simple, common questions. Boring, simple, common titles. Because I think we get inside of our head, especially as a coach and therapist, I'll talk about it from this perspective of business owners in general. We get so tied up in the language and the lingo and what coaching is about, what hypnotherapy is about, that we totally confuse and bloat the type of content we want to create. And we usually create content based on what we love, the inspiration that we got during our course, the new insights into the mind and how the body works and all that sort of stuff. When the average uneducated person, uneducated as far as what we're educated in, the average Joe, average Jane that's not educated the way that we are as a therapist or a coach, are not sitting up in bed at nighttime, stressed out, anxious, and pissed off, thinking, I really need to heal my inner child, as an example. They're not thinking in these terms because they don't know this language, or they don't know this lingo. They are, however, sitting up at nighttime, stressed out and anxious, thinking, how do I get rid of these nicotine cravings? This smoking is killing me. I just got bad news from my doctor. If I don't quit smoking now, I'm literally going to die. Bad metaphor, I know, but hopefully you see my point. These are the things that these people need help with. Now, sure, healing a client's inner child may result in the quitting of the smoking. But when it comes to the context and the content of your content itself, it can't be in the therapy terms, the hypnosis term, the coaching terms, because our clients are not educated these ways. So you come over to YouTube and you find basic, dull, boring titles that answer very specific questions. So come down here, what happens to the body when you quit smoking, how to quit smoking naturally, the doctor's best advice if you're a doctor, there you go, how to quit smoking cold turkey. Can a smartphone app help you quit smoking? Look at that. Fantastic. I never, ever thought about creating something like that, especially if I was working with smokers again. Already I've got inspiration. And what does this mean? It means that when I'm creating content, guys, whether it's a Facebook Live, Instagram Live, I'm creating a YouTube video, I'm posting it all over social media, the titles are going to get the attention of my potential clients. Why? Because I know when my clients come over to YouTube or end up on YouTube and type in this title, they are going to watch this first dozen or 20 videos because that's what YouTube has suggested for them to watch. Now, I can get very specific with this title, but the more niche down as far as the content in the title I get, the less videos it's going to create. I like to leave it a little bit open-ended and just allow YouTube to do all the heavy lifting for me. Okay, so come down, let's get a few more. This breathing technique helps you quit smoking. Fantastic. Do you know one? Do you have your own instinct in this? Do you have your own ideas around this thing of breathing and quitting smoking? If so, create content about it. What else do we have? How to help your loved one quit smoking. Fantastic. Let's get one more. Quitting smoking before the age of 40. Now, guys, I think you've seen my point here. It doesn't matter whether you're a coach, you're a hypnotherapist, NLP, healer, breathing expert, whatever it is. If you have clients that have common questions, this now becomes the basis of all of your content. You never want to be thinking or looking at your laptop, looking at a piece of paper thinking, I wonder what I want to talk about today. I wonder what I should talk about today in my Facebook Live, my Instagram Live, whatever it is. Never think like that. Always go to social media. Answer your clients' common questions. Now, furthermore, outside of YouTube, are there other ways to get content and inspiration for your content? Absolutely. Facebook groups. Go into Facebook groups and what are the common questions, obviously in your niche, what are the common questions these people like smokers or people with weight issues or people with anxiety, what are their common questions? Create content about this. If you're doing strategy calls or clarity calls or you're getting emails from potential clients, what are the most common questions they're asking? Create content about this. Because here's the one thing I realize about looking for questions and coming to places like YouTube to get inspiration for my content. I know that if one person has that question, probably so does the rest of the niche. So what does this mean for me? It means I can create an answer to a common question just once and have the potential of thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people, all to watch that one video. And I only had to create it once. And it doesn't matter of the medium, whether it's a Facebook Live, Instagram Live, it's a YouTube video, you know, download your Facebook Live and upload it to LinkedIn and then back onto Instagram, you send it out as an email broadcast. It doesn't matter how you send it, what the platform is, what the platform you're using, how you do it, what the medium is, as long as you're answering the most common questions. And it's the same thing that we teach all of our six-figure and multiple six-figure therapists and coaches. We teach them to turn your brain off, come to places where people are going, go to the places where your potential clients are, and answer their common questions. Content should not be about you. It should be not about your journey. It doesn't matter how you do things. You don't even need to be teaching NLP and hypnosis unless you're teaching that as part of like a certification or something. But the general public, like I said, is not sitting up at nighttime thinking, wow, I just paid Scott $1,500. I hope he uses timeline therapy. I hope he uses Ericksonian language. I hope he does, you know, this 10-step coaching healing process. They're never thinking like this. And they're also not thinking, I wonder why Scott became a hypnotherapist. They're not thinking in these terms either. Get out of your head, start thinking about your clients, start thinking about their most common questions. Come over to places like YouTube, type in the niche, get creative with the title, start looking at videos, scroll down, how to create a quit smoking plan, look for titles that grab your attention. And then from here, build out your content, build out what you're going to say in the video, whether the video goes for a minute, it goes for 30 seconds, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, it doesn't matter as long as you're getting your point across. I mean, you guys are the experts. You are therapists and coaches. You should know the answers to these very questions. Okay. So just to recap, when it comes to creating content, don't talk about yourself. Don't talk about your journey because clients do not care. Sure, you do. And I do because I care about you running and having a successful business. But your potential clients that you're working with don't really care about you. They have their own problems and they are coming to places like YouTube. They're on Facebook groups, they're on Instagram, and they're asking questions. All you need to do is gather and collect all those questions and all that data, put it together, and now create endless content. If you were to spend the next hour on YouTube just doing what I say here, I guarantee you could get 12 months worth of content. Even if you did one Facebook, Instagram Live per day, within the next 30 minutes to an hour, I guarantee you'll get 12 months worth of content easily, and you don't even have to turn your brain on. You just need to follow this step. So guys, hopefully that was informative. It's a question I get asked a lot. So as I get asked a lot, I created a video about it. So follow what I'm talking about here, guys. It's super simple. So that's it for this video, guys. Like normal, if you have any questions, comment below. Please give me a thumbs up for this video, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.